Starting the right tight end can be the difference between a win or a loss in your fantasy matchup. That's why SI's fantasy analyst Michael Fabiano is here to shed some light on the position in week 5. Fabs, who are the tight ends you like this week?
It's hard not to like Evan Engram. Now, I understand he hasn't put up great numbers so far this season. He had 9.5 points last week, pretty respectable, but he's got the Cowboys this week. Do you remember what Austin Hooper did to the Cowboys last week? This defense is a train wreck. It's giving up the 7th most points to the position. Daniel Jones ranks tied for 4th among quarterbacks in targeting tight ends, and Engram has given us 19 plus fantasy points in 3 of his last 4 games against the Cowboys. So Engram is a very good play this week. And so is Hunter Henry. Now, last week, not a great stat line. That was last week. This week, he's got an absolute smash spot against the New Orleans Saints. This position has dominated New Orleans defense so far this season, averaging 8 catches and more than 24 fantasy points per game. Justin Herbert also likes to throw the ball to his tight end, so Hunter Henry is a virtual must start on Monday night in what could be a high-scoring game.
All right, I didn't want to bring up your Cowboys, but since you did, Austin Hooper scored in week 4, and you don't like him for week 5, though. And you're also saying to sit Mike Gesicki. Why is that, Fabs?
Well, Hooper was in a great spot last week because the Cowboys' defense stinks. And Kaitlin, I'm heartbroken every time I say it, but I have to be unbiased. The defense is just not good. But now he's got Indianapolis. That defense is tough right now. I mean, they've allowed 17.8 yards per game to tight ends so far this season. So even after Hooper had a nice line against the Cowboys, he's not playing the Cowboys this week. Get him back on your bench. And then Gesicki, boy, he had a stinker last week. He was in a really good spot to produce against Seattle. Jamal Adams was out. It did not happen. And now he's got the 49ers, who held Zach Ertz to next to nothing last week. Tight ends overall have averaged fewer than 3 catches, fewer than 20 yards, and just 5.6 fantasy points per game when going up against the Niners. So Gesicki is a fade in that battle in the Bay.
All right. Well, better luck to your Cowboys this week. Thanks so much for all your knowledge.
We need the luck. We need all the luck we can get, Kaitlin. And I like Daniel Jones this week. That's how bad the Cowboys defense is.
Hey, stay positive. It's a time to stay positive in fantasy football. All right, guys. And for you at home, for more award-winning weekly player rankings, get your membership to SI Fantasy Plus for just $14.99 a month.